What's up, bro? Good to see you again.
Good. How you doing,
Sorry,
bro?
sorry about those the rescheduling. I just got out of practice when you texted me. So
No worries, it's fine.
yeah, I know it's pretty early in the morning to do this, so we'll get this over with. We'll get through with it. So I guess we'll start off, but before we get into the interview, just anyone that you could refer me to, anyone that you think I should be talking to or interviewing, you could just let me know. Um, anyone in your team or etc. So anyways, that will get us started here on Jackson Share Sports Radio. I'm your host, Jackson Share, and I am joined today by the one and only Dan Akin. And I know it's really early in the morning for you, Dan, but we'll try to make it through this interview. All right, let's do this. So Dan averaged 7.9 points this season, 6.4 rebounds, zero point 0.7 assists, and shot 57.9% from the field. Oh my goodness. I mean, those stats are just amazing. You look at that field goal percentage, especially. I mean, that is just below 60%. That's insane. So if you can keep that up, things are looking good for you down the road. So just a question about practice. What were the practice protocols like this year? I know I didn't ask you this in the last interview, but what was practice like? Because I heard from other people that you had to stand on X's away from people because of COVID.
Yeah, practice was definitely different. Like wearing the mask 24/7 was definitely hard during practice. Obviously hard to breathe and like just hard to maneuver sometimes. And then getting tested like 3 times a week, and then just having comp, just not being able to be with your teammates all the time was kind of weird. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've heard some crazy things like, especially with no fans, it's really, really crazy just the amount of dead silence, and just not there's no encouragement. There's no motivation from, of course, your teammates, obviously, but and your coaching staff. But I mean, there's no fans there to yell and support and stuff like that. So there was definitely an absent part of that to everyone's game this year. I feel like, and that's why congratulations to Baylor on winning the national championship. But I mean, I feel like they also won. I'm not going to say they didn't have pressure on them. Obviously, they had pressure. I feel like it would have been a different result, and a different team might have been in the Final Four different than Gonzaga or Baylor. I'm not saying it would have happened, but it might have happened if there were fans. So, fans could have played a role in that for sure.
Yeah.
So, just a different outlook on things. So, what was your best game this season? What do you think arguably was your best game statistically or just overall?
Probably against GW. Because we went up big and then they came back, and then we had to try hold them off. So that was a pretty good game for like me and the team.
Yeah, you went off 19 for 9. I mean, how do you do that? I mean, I saw it multiple times that you tipped, you like literally hit the ball out and it went out and it bounced right to your teammates outside of the 3-point arc. How do you do that?
I guess just something you practice and you kind of like playing with your teammates, you kind of figure out where they're gonna be most of the time. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely for sure. Um, So, what was the America East tournament like? I know you guys lost, but it's okay. I just want to know what that whole experience was like because I've heard a lot of crazy things about the NCAA tournament as well, just participation in it. So I'd love to hear about how it was. What was it like?
I mean, this year was kind of different because obviously we had like a bunch of breaks, so I think that kind of affected us because we're not usually used to having like a 2 week break before like playing a playoff game. So obviously that was completely different. And then obviously having no fans kind of defeats the purpose of having like a home court advantage. So that was like kind of weird. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Not having home court advantage, with fans is definitely a tough thing. And it can really rub off on players. So definitely saw that from a lot of players. Just it's not just you guys, it's all over the country. So it's, you'll get through it next season. I have some questions about that too. So just before we get to that, did you and your team have like a motto or something, you guys looked up to, or there was like a pact that you guys lived on throughout the season?
Really just every possession matters. Obviously go out there, can't take any plays off and just play your hardest.
Yeah, like treat every possession like it was your last, something like that.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Right. That's definitely good, smart, and that's unique. I haven't heard that in a while from a bunch of players. So glad that you said that. Um, Overall, how satisfied were you with this season?
I mean, I was partly satisfied 'cause obviously we won the regular season, so that was one of our goals. Obviously, we didn't win the playoffs, so that was like disappointing, but still can't take away the fact that we won the regular season, which is probably harder to do than winning the playoffs. So yeah, it was a good season, yeah.
Yeah, well, the season's a lot longer than the playoffs, and I'm not going to say it matters more, but I'm going to say that it really, what's the word? The regular season is really just all about bonding with your teammates, building a bond, creating opportunities for all of your teammates, and just excelling at what you guys do best, which is what you guys did. There's nothing else you can do. You lose one game in the playoffs and it's out. There's just nothing you can do about that. And you guys played your hearts out. You tried, and you did everything possible to get to that point. So props to you guys. Um, so last couple questions here. What do you and your teammates, especially Brandon Horvath and RJ? I don't know how to say his name still.
I tore up.
Edel Rock. Edel Rock. I don't know. You know? You know
Yeah.
how to say it?
I tore up.
At Idle Rock? Okay,
Yeah.
got it. What do you think they plan to do after the season, and what do you plan to do after the season?
Obviously, I guess that's a tough question right now because obviously our coach just left. So I feel like RJ will probably come back because he's still got one more year to go. And I'm not too sure about Brandon. And for me, I'm not too sure either. I guess wait till the new coach and talk to him and see what his plans are for the UMBC and kind of make a decision from there if I want to stay or leave.
Awesome. And you have an opportunity to stay another year, correct?
Yeah.
Oh wow. So they're making it like you get to stay an extra year. Is there like a rule that, you know,
Yeah, because of
please?
COVID, they gave everyone another year back. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Good to know. Thank you so much, Dan, for joining me. I know a lot of crazy scheduling, lots of stuff going on, podcasts, practice, everything like that. So I appreciate you joining me today, April 9th, Friday at 10 a.m. It's always tough to go into these morning interviews, but appreciate you coming on.
Thanks for having me on. All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Peace.